We don't go the same places that we used to go. We don't ride the same, no, we don't ride the same. We don't know the same people that we used to know. We don't vibe the same, no, we don't vibe the same. We don't show the same feelings that we used to show. You don't smile.
Hello, gifted people. I'm Laria of Prominent Jewels and Accessories. Today, I am making a video for you to help you understand some things that you need to know before you purchase waist beads. Okay? So, first thing you need to know, there are stretch waist beads and non-stretch waist beads. This is the difference. Stretch waist beads are made on elastic string, and the good thing is that no matter where you wear them, if you're heavier one day than the other, you're bloating or not, they'll still feel comfortable because they'll have a forgiving stretch that will allow them to slide up or down depending on your weight. Especially if you're a person whose weight fluctuates frequently. That was a tongue twister. This will be good for you. If you are interested in non-stretch waist beads, these are good for weight loss management. Okay, so let's keep in mind, waist beads do not make you lose weight. However, they are a tool by which you use to measure your progress. Okay, so you wear non-stretch waist beads so that when you're overeating or you're not exercising or whatever the case, you notice the difference in your midsection because you're bloating or your stomach is getting bigger or tighter and your beads are getting tighter. So they don't stretch, so it gives you that sense of discomfort. So it's a reminder that you're not making the right decisions and help you to get back on track. Okay, so that's how the weight management works with waist beads. So you will want to get non-stretch waist beads for that purpose. Or if you just want them to stay in one place and never slide up or down, if you know your weight is not going to fluctuate much and you don't want the beads to stretch and slide up and down your stomach, then you can get non-stretch waist beads. Next, we have how to measure your waist. So the first thing I ask my customers when they purchase their waist beads, is where they want them to fall and what the measurement is for that area. So there are 3 different measurements you can take in 3 areas that people normally wear their waist beads. So you have your true waist, which is at the top right under your rib cage, and if you stick your elbows into your waist, you'll see that's where your true waist is. Okay, so I'm gonna lift my shirt up so you can see. All right, so you take your measuring tape, and you can use an actual measuring tape like this, or you can use one of those ones that come in the toolbox, but this one is best because it's more flexible. All right, so this is my true waist. Wrap it around, and you can see there it says 27. Now, if you are getting your beads for weight management, you want it to be exactly your size or maybe a quarter to half an inch smaller. Okay, then you have your mid-stomach right above your navel. Okay, make sure you can see that. You can measure if you want your beads to fall right above your navel, you measure there. If you are getting stretch beads, you can get it the exact size. Okay, and you want to line it up with the silver piece on the end. Okay, you can get your exact size, or you can get a little bit smaller because you know it's going to stretch a little bit and it'll still kind of fall in that same area. So mine typically sit right here. And then there is the hip area. So this would be considered like the high hip, where I'm wearing kind of a high-waisted pants. So this is right below my navel is here. It's right below my navel. You can measure here. And this will sit, your beads will sit right down there below your navel. All right. So that's how you measure. Now, next thing is what level of what level are you of a waist bead wearer, so to speak. So there is levels to this. You can't just jump into it and get some waist beads and be like, oh, I'm good. Or you could, you won't have the best results. What will happen is you'll end up breaking your beads. And so I recommend that if you are a beginner, you've never worn waist beads before, I recommend that you get them at your true waist. Wear them at the top of your waist. Because what happens is, if you're not used to having beads around your waist all the time, you're going to snag them, and they'll get caught on your clothes, and you'll pull them. You'll pull them down with your pants while you're using the bathroom, and you just do a lot of tugging on them because you're not used to having them. So I recommend keeping them at your high waist because there's less going on around here, this area, when you're putting your clothes on and taking them off, so you don't have to worry about pulling them as much, and that'll give you time to adjust to having them. I would also recommend, if you're a beginner, to get stretch beads, because when they don't stretch, you will pull on them more and pop them more easily. If you are an intermediate, if you are experienced with waist beads, then I would recommend stretch and non-stretch, and then get them at your high waist or above your navel. So that way, at that point, you're already used to having beads around your waist, so you are more conscious of them, and you're less likely to pull and break them as much, okay? And if you're an expert, then you can wear them anywhere you want. You can wear them at below your navel and around your underwear and your pants, because you're more mindful of them, you're more careful with them, and you'll know not to pull them down with your pants when you're going to the bathroom. And you don't want to be losing and breaking your beads in the bathroom, especially public restrooms. So, it's embarrassing, it's unfortunate, so in order to avoid that, know what level you are and go based on that. I would recommend 6 months at each stage at least. So if you are a beginner, get some stretch waist beads and wear them at the top of your waist for at least 6 months so you can get used to having them on. And then if you make it through that successfully without breaking your beads, then you're ready for more beads, and you can move them a little bit farther down, and you can even get non-stretch. All right, so that concludes my tips for how to purchase waist beads, or what to know before you purchase your waist beads. Thank you so much. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and even leave me a comment. Let me know if it was helpful, or if you have any questions, or just give me some emojis to let me know that you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Again, it's Laria of Prominent Jewels and Accessories. Talk to you guys later.